pages? I know we discussed it before.
Because
That's where
they're,
the new,
That's
they're
where
gonna
the
put
pavilion's
new,
going?
they're gonna construct new batting cages and the pavilion.
Okay.
Any more questions for Dawn?
oh, thank you, Don.
Thank you, Dawn. Moving on, city services. I have nothing to report at this time. Finance and personnel, Chairman Saha.
I have nothing to report.
Public safety, I have nothing to report at this time. Parks, whoops,
That's okay. Did you need any further information from Officer Viviano? He did, I believe, he did give me a police, the usual report. I'm not sure if I got that to you, as I said
I
to
don't
her.
have.
I will get that. I will email that to you tomorrow. I'm sorry. Officer Viviano did give me that, sorry.
Thank you. Parks and Recreation Chairperson Saha.
Nothing to report other than what
All right.
Don has commented on.
Downtown Development Authority, Chairperson Saha.
We're having a meeting on Wednesday. It's actually one of our required public meetings at 1:30 here at City Hall. We'll have a presentation on all the projects that the DDA has done in the past 5 years in a history of the DDA. So I invite everybody that's here. It'd be great to have an audience like this for our meetings too, just to show our accomplishments over the past 30 years at this point, and hopefully another 20. But we'll be presenting our accomplishments in our new proposed development plan and extension documents. Our attorney will be there too, DDA attorney, to make the presentation. So it will be a pretty good informational meeting to attend.
What time is that meeting, Brian?
1:30 is the public awareness meeting, and then our formal meeting starts at 2 o'clock.
Thank you.
Wednesday. And just one other item, we'll go back to the moratorium on social postings. DDA has long had a positive Promote Pinconning's Facebook page site is actually controlled by a committee, a web committee that the DDA board has set up, and also our consultant creates the post and puts all the posts past our 3-person committee for approval. And once again, that's been on a moratorium since that moratorium motion was placed in September. And on that site itself, it's been it's a positive thing for Pinconning, creating events and meetings that are positive things for Pinconning citizens and draw people to the site. So I would encourage, I did ask Dawn to grant that reprieve for the DDA's Facebook
No one
page.
has sent anything to me to approve or disapprove.
Yeah. I thought your email was over a week ago or 2 weeks ago, so.
Yes,
But I
you
know we have
did.
some DDA people in the audience, if they want to make a comment about it, just for support. It's been a positive, at least for the DDA site, so. So once again, I would ask that for the DDA site to be allowed to start posting again on their site. Anybody can go on that site, citypinconning.org, and then pop on the Facebook page to see what's been going on that site. And that's, once again, all in the hands of the city manager. If I need to make a motion to that effect, I will. But if there's an agreement to that effect.
Like I said, no one has sent me anything I know Samantha reached out and we just haven't been able to set up a date to meet. But I mean, she could send me postings that she would like, just so I could review them, so.
Okay.
I mean, I don't have time to track everyone down, so. Who is the 3-person committee for that?
Myself, Jeanette, and Josh.
Yeah.
Josh Clee.
Josh Lee.
And Jeanette's really been the go-to person. She's here in the audience, so I don't know if you want to make a comment or not.
I don't know if I'm allowed to speak right
Well,
now.
I'm asking you as
Oh,
counsel, you're part of the DDA board, and if there's a question, you know, go ahead.
well, I know that city manager has had a lot of hats placed on her, and it seemed pretty seamless for Sam to do the posts on the DDA page, because she also ties in with our Twitter account, I think, or what do we have, Twitter or?
Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter and that, so if it is possible to have Sam to just do the DDA Facebook page and social media, I think it would be one less thing for you, and it's very simple for her, to do. That would be great. But I don't know if there has to be a motion or whatever has to take place. Because the site, if people are coming through and they want a place to eat and they Google Pinconning, that site will come up and all the different things to do, the camping or the shops, whatever, the restaurants. So we want it to be fresh, and it's been stagnant for over a month, and that's a death knell in social media.
I would like to withhold comment until we get down to the unfinished business under B with the social media moratorium. I don't feel this is quite the
You're
place to
fine.
insert
Nope,
that.
that-
Not, but just to.
Right, it's confusing,
Mhm.
yeah.
That's it.
Okay, moving on, ordinances, Chairman Gibson.
I believe you got them in your packets, Northern Bay ambulance ordinance and tax exempt ordinance. I would recommend we review those and possibly the next meeting in November to take some actions on those ordinance. And I'll discuss it a little bit further in the meeting. Did everybody get one of those? The ambulance one is dated way back in '06. So, they're outdated. They don't even work because that ordinance was the city of Pinconning, Bay County, Michigan ambulance service ordinance. It doesn't even reflect the Northern Bay ambulance. So if you don't have a copy, I thought they came in the packet. I have them here. Then that's from the attorney.
No, it's not it. We
I
didn't get it.
don't see the ordinance
This
in
is
here.
Operation Ambulance and Special Assistance.
Okay, if you don't have it, I'll get you a copy of it. What about the tax exempt one for the pilot program, I believe?
I just looked through online and I don't see it either.
It doesn't
should be
have
the
a
pilot in
number,
the-
City of Pinconning ordinance, no number, tax exemption ordinance. So I think that goes with what we was looking at in the pilot program and what have you. And on each of those ordinance, I believe you got a letter from the attorney with his opinions on how to proceed and what we can do.
We get those in the mail. Oh, here, I do have this thing.
Plus legal opinion. Yeah, so we didn't get the copy of the actual ordinance.
Okay, but you should have a letter from the attorney,
Yeah.
Correct.
operation
I
of
have
Northern
that.
Bay
Correct.
ambulance special assessment.
Yep. So at this point, you want to move it to the next meeting? Correct.
I'm gonna discuss it where it falls
Under
under.
fire?
I believe they're both under unfinished business.
Uh,
Aren't they
okay.
both under unfinished
It's-
business, the
it's-
Yes.
pilot and the
It's,
Northern Bay?
it's a couple different places here, so. But I just wanted to make you aware of them or whatever. And we'll discuss them a little bit further in detail here later.
Is that it?
That's it
Ordinances?
for me.
Um, But you're up next for fire and Northern Bay ambulance report.
Okay. The Northern Bay Ambulance, the special assessment. According to the letter from the attorney and how we're assessing multi-unit complexes such as Whispering Pines, the other,
duplexes, multi-dwelling.
Multi-dwellings, like the senior
Yes.
complex on North Street.
apartments, houses that's got 1 or 2 or 4 apartments to it. They've only been being assessed one time per parcel.
And I don't mean any disrespect, but we probably should conclude with those and, because since that's under the unfinished business
Okay.
and just,
Yep.
That's-
I just don't want to deal with it in two spots.
So anyways, we're gonna be looking at that. The fire department. The board is looking at possibly hiring full-time fire chief. And I don't know, I don't wanna get too far into it, but that's, it'll still be a volunteer fire department, but we're trying to staff a full-time chief, whatever hours, however many days, and pay them the correct money to do that. So we're looking at that in the fire department. And if it was up to me, you know, the volunteers, they get $10 a run. You know, I would like to see them get more money, you know, at least $10 an hour while they're on a call. You know, if they go on a call and it's 6, 8 hours worth, it was $10 that took time away from their family and stuff, so I'm gonna try and get them $10 an hour and see if the budget will allow that, so we'll be talking about the fire department. On the fire departments, myself, and it was Mayor Brazo. The alternate was Councilman Coyer, so we'll have to address that and get another board member or whatever.
But don't you already have a chief of fire out there? I mean, I don't know how it runs.
We have a chief of police,
No,
or
no,
a chief of, or fire chief,
the
yes.
fire chief, yes,
Yes, they're looking at hiring full-time firemen,
okay.
firefighters.
Not, okay, I misunderstood.
No, it will be the chief. If we hire a full-time fireman, one position will be the fire chief. And the administrator that takes care of the books and the budget or whatever. It'll be rolled into one position
Gotcha.
as a paid position. The other, however many people it takes, if it takes 4 people to hire to have a 24/7, somebody on duty all the time, you know, see what I'm saying there?
Yeah, I see what
So,
you're saying. Anybody else have any questions for Councilman Gibson?
and then the Northern Bay Ambulance, again, Mayor Brazo was a board member. I don't know who the alternate was. We need to pick another board member and alternate for the Northern Bay Ambulance.
Is that it? The You done? Okay. Are you sure? Okay, moving on to unfinished business. A, the pilot program. This would be Councilman Saha.
Heather had sent a new request. They moved one past the October 1st deadline, so that they are going to reapproach it to the new financing deadline, which I believe was April 1st. She did rerun some numbers and brought the income level up to, back to the city, up to 13% of payment in lieu of taxes from 12. So I asked for them to put in a scenario of a 2% inflator over the 15, 16 years and see where that would come out. And it pretty much came out to another percentage in favor of the city. So with that, you know, we still have a little bit of time to reapproach this with their financing deadline in April. So we can just get back with them and have discussions with them through this period of time. And she also said that they would consider an abatement program too in that same correspondence, which they wouldn't consider that to begin with. So that may be another approach for the city to look at to encourage the investment, but and still get some tax revenues off the investment. So that's the update. Don,
No,
anything
I was
more?
just gonna say, it's not in the packet, it was forwarded in an email prior to the meeting to you, so you all should have that.
That's all I have.
Okay.
So no action. Are we not gonna take action at this time then, you wanna?
Correct.
No. Moving on, item B, Northern Bay Ambulance Special Assessment, Councilman Gibson.
Okay, this time I would like to motion to table it for our November meeting to make the final decision. So I have an answer for the Northern Bay Ambulance meeting on December 3rd. They're looking for an answer for assessment. And if you want me to try to explain it a little bit, I can, or we'll just let it go till the next meeting and table it and discuss it. What I would encourage you is to look at it, especially the attorney's opinion and what his option was, which is somewhere in here, subsection, or 2, subsection 4B. Want to know any more, or how it kind of works, or?
I would like to know a little bit more. I mean,
Okay.
is it,
I'm gonna try to explain it, and Dawn, you can step in at any time to tell me if I'm wrong. Let's take a 4-unit apartment. They're only being assessed one time for that property tax, okay? What we should be doing is assessing it as 4 units. The initial assessment for the tax property is a set amount. I don't believe we have to make that set amount for the other 3, but they should pay something, at least half the cost or whatever we come up with. So it becomes we're losing a lot of revenue taxes. Now, when you jump into a place like Whispering Pines, I don't know how many parcels are there, or units, but I believe we're only being assessed for 2 parcels.
Correct, Whispering Pines sits on 2 land parcels, and you have 64 apartments over there, and they are the majority of your fire calls and ambulance calls.
So they're getting assessed twice. when you have 64 units. So a lot of money is being lost, and it's costing us. And our medical runs to there are costing us. That's needs to get addressed in fire board meetings. And you know, there's a lot of little issues that if you start researching and look and understand, there is money that we can save by cutting here, cutting there. Nobody wants to raise taxes, but we're at our max limit, you know, as far as the charter. It may happen, I'm just saying that. But nobody wants to raise taxes. Nobody wants to pay the special assessment. But who's taking the blunt of it is the city. So it needs to be addressed, and as council, we'll come up with a working factor that works and agreeable on council.
So you want this tabled for next meeting?
For the November meeting.
Do we need a motion for that?
And the reason I'm saying table for the next meeting too is to act on it. We need a full
Correct.
council,
Correct.
which we don't have right now. So, yes. So my motion is to table it for the next meeting in November.
I'll second Gerald's motion to table.
And we have a motion and support to table the special assessment for the Northern Bay ambulance system of ambulances till next month, in November. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Okay, moving on. Social media moratorium, Councilman Saha and Gibson.
Well, the reason I requested this be on the agenda, two items, you know, from the September 19th meeting. We passed a social media policy, and the moratorium motion was also at that same meeting. Since that point in time, our Pinconning Police Department Facebook page has been renamed city-owned site that's been operating since 2012 for that purpose. It was named by who provided the authority to do that. Clearly in our policies we passed, the directive in those two motions, once again, was to have a moratorium on postings but not close the sites. And also in the policy we passed, social media policy we passed on the same meeting date, it also states in section 3, approval of new sites established for the city or removal of existing sites shall be granted only solely by the approval of city council. So in these two acts of, I want to say, renaming the site, a city-owned site, now becomes Friends of Pinconning, City of Pinconning Police Department. All the same comments are still on there from the city site, and now it's the Wild West on there, if ever anybody's been on there. We enact these policies to provide direction for the city manager, provide her the authority to manage these sites, but still there's teeth in here, and there's ramifications of what happened. And that's why I'm bringing up these 2 points, that site was taken over fraudulently. By renaming the site, it doesn't say it closed. Once again, you're, I think, playing with fire here. And the policy, once again, clearly states that any change in those sites be the authority of us sitting up here. That didn't happen. The post that went on, the last post on the Pinconning Police Department site, that was dated September 20th, which was a Friday. You and Captain Terry Spencer put a signature to this post stating that it's a great site, we put it up for the city of Pinconning benefit, we respond, put positive things on the site, connecting with the community, crime prevention tips, investigating informational stuff, press releases, it's been a positive. And we're sorry to say that it's gone because of the directive of the city council. That wasn't the directive. And once again, you didn't have the right to do that. And then 2 days later, on Sunday, the new site pops up, which is the old site renamed Friends of Pinconning Police Department. Administered by who, I won't say in the transparency, but I got a pretty good guess. And once again, that's a fraudulent thing that happened, and we should take action with Facebook on this to gain control of that site back. If this person wants to start their own Facebook page, I'm happy for them. They have every right to do it, but not take over an existing city site that's been up there for that many years and call their site under a different name. So, you know, the policy, once again, clearly states there's ramifications, there's violations. In my eyes, there's 2 violations here, that policy. And disciplinary action should be taken. One being on your behalf, and the other on Sergeant or Captain Spencer's behalf. Going by the union contract, do what you gotta do. So, these are my comments on this. And if we need to take action, we should take action, because this, in my eyes, is ridiculous. It's putting logs on a fire, and like I said, these sites right now, it's the Wild West. Everybody has their own opinion on stuff, but it shouldn't be maintained as part of the city and using city logos on the site. You know, just think of the liability exposure besides.
Just the current posting I have from Thought of the Day, I don't know who posted it, but 75% of these statements are false, which this is what we're speaking of. False statements, rumors and lies. I mean, you could really go into detail. I have it all written down to the best of my ability, but
This is where, you know, we talk about communication. What more clear communication is establishing a policy? It's a pretty clear communication. You do ask for that, to us to communicate to you as a policy of council here, but there's 2 violations right there that happen. So.
If you feel you need to discipline me, that is fine. Understand, I did not ask for this position. I have no training on these issues. You continue to give me positions that that I have told you I do not have training for, that I do not know what is proper procedure. Do I have the right to refuse them to you? I don't know. I've clearly stated multiple times that I don't know and I do not feel comfortable. Plus, I have a limited amount of time. When am I supposed to do this? We sat down, I believe it was at the Finance and Personnel, the last meeting that we had, and again, you held up a posting from the police page that you found not necessarily offensive, I don't want to say that word, but not appropriate, you said, because it was the sharing of help wanted for our business. And you said that had no place on that page.
That's
Okay.
correct. It shouldn't have a place. Advertise it for another business.
But I'm saying, I saw nothing wrong in it. I saw it as helping the community. And again, it's respectful of differences. I'm not saying you're wrong, I'm just saying I saw it from a different point of view. I don't have enough time in the day to do all the things that you are asking me. I don't know the legalities of these sites. I will say that, yes, I said, and I meant it in the form that we were not